Are meta ads still worth it in 2026? Well, if your meta ads aren't profitable in 2026, I can tell you it's not because meta is broken. It's because the math behind your business isn't strong enough to support paid traffic. Over the last decade plus, we've been running campaigns across e-commerce, service businesses, coaching industry, consulting industry, and B2B companies, services industries, and I've seen the same pattern again and again. And when meta works, it works aggressively good. When it doesn't, well, it fails fast. And almost every time, the difference is not targeting, creative, or Advantage Plus. It's frankly unit economics. So here's a simple way to know whether meta ads are worth it for your business. And I'll tell you this before you waste any money testing blindly here. We're going to walk through 4 questions, 4 scenarios. And if you can answer yes to most of them, well, meta can scale you. But if you can't, meta will expose the weaknesses in your business. So first, do you make enough per sale? If you sell something for, let's say, $100 and it costs you $70 to deliver it, you only have $30 left. If meta costs you $40 to acquire a customer in this scenario, well, you lose money, right? So, but if you sell something for, let's say, $1,000 and it costs you $300 to deliver, now you have room. That's why high-ticket coaching and consulting businesses often scale faster. That's an industry we work in. Not because meta favors them, but because they have margin. Ads need cushion. See, without margin, scaling feels very stressful. I can tell you from experience. But with margin, scaling feels controlled. So second here, is a customer worth more than the first sale? If somebody buys and never returns, you get one shot. But if they buy again, upgrade, renew, join a retainer, or stay for a year, now that customer is worth more over time. Customer lifetime value. If it costs you $1,000 to acquire a client, but over 12 months they generate, let's say, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in profit, now that's a strong trade. But if you spend $1,000 to make $1,200 total, you're playing a dangerous game. Now, for e-commerce, this means repeat purchases. For coaches in the B2B industry, this means retainers, back-end offers, and renewals. And if your customer or your client has real lifetime value, meta becomes an investment, a real partner. If not, well, it just becomes a gamble. Third, do people actually take action when they visit your site? Ads bring attention, sure. They do not fix conversion, however, so if 100 people visit your site and nobody buys any books, nobody applies, nobody can solve that. Meta can't solve that. For e-commerce, you generally want around 2% of visitors buying. For high-ticket offers, that might mean 20, 25 to 30% of leads booking calls, and of those calls, it turns into real conversations that you can close. Now, if your funnel doesn't convert warm traffic, cold traffic will simply not save it. Paid traffic, you see, it amplifies what already works. So if you have an established business, you're already on your way if it's proven. Fourth, can you get enough feedback fast enough for the system to learn? Meta is a machine learning system. It improves when it sees consistent results. And if you close one deal every 2 months, well, it's hard for the algorithm to optimize that. If you generate steady purchases, leads, or booked calls every week, the system gets smarter. Think of it like training a dog. Reward it often, it learns quickly. Reward it rarely, it stays confused. The more consistent your signal is, the more stable your ads and your campaigns become. And in e-commerce, you usually know quickly if something works. Sales happen fast, but in B2B or coaching, the sales cycle is way longer, of course. So the first click doesn't close the deal. You measure book calls and pipeline movement. The math doesn't change. The timeline does. So if your sales cycle is long, you need patience and margin. Back to the question, are Meta ads worth it? Are they worth it this year or in general? Well, in general, they're worth testing if you make healthy profit per sale. If your customers or clients are worth more than the first transaction, if your funnel converts real people already, and if you can measure meaningful results within a reasonable window, you're on your way. Because if those are all true, Meta, as I said, can scale you aggressively. It becomes your bread and butter. But if they are not true, Meta will expose it. And incidentally, organic reach isn't what it used to be. If you want predictable reach in 2026, paid is the lever, but paid doesn't replace fundamentals. It multiplies them. And as I said, Meta isn't magic. It's pure math. If the business works, ads accelerate it. If the business does not work, ads magnify the problem and you stress out. And if you're not sure which side you're on here, that's exactly what I help business owners figure out. If you want clarity on whether Meta ads make sense for your business based on your numbers and your current flow, click the link below and book a strategy call with me. We'll look at your margins, we'll look at your offer, we'll look at your funnel, we'll look at your sales cycle, and I'll tell you straight whether paid ads can scale and scale your specific business, or whether you need to fix the fundamentals first. No fluff here, no generic advice, just a clear answer to get you on your way. Click the link, book the call, and let's make a real decision soon instead of just guessing. And by the way, I really appreciate you watching this video and all my videos. I love making these videos for you. If you have any questions on this, please go ahead, add it below, and I will be answering. Until next time, appreciate you being here today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.